right, everyone, welcome to Industry Pop SA. Now, this is going to be episode 1. We're doing a live tasting with Chef Lisa at Astorga-Watel, as well as Mr. Darren from RNBC. And just like to say welcome, everyone. There we go, Darren. That mullet is looking great.
Thank you very much.
The best I've seen it. I see you're doing the Kristina thing. All right, so a quick recap on what is Industry Pop SA. It's hosted by Chef Kristina and I, Sichuan Papí, also known as Brandon. And so what we're doing is we're highlighting San Antonio, which has become one of the most energetic culinary and art scenes in America, with culinary personalities as big as their delicious cuisine and iconic hospitality programs like Chef Lisa here. So it's very appropriate that we have her on today. And so we're going to be featuring hospitality rock stars like Nicole and Mr. Darren. And we're going to discuss a range of topics from the trade, pop culture, the state of the industry, life in general, and what makes San Antonio rock and roll hip city. So without further ado, I'm going to give it up to everyone here at the table. We can start with the tasting.
Do you need a sip of this?
I need a sip of it, yeah. We're getting started today. I mean, so in our program, we started out with about 18 different Japanese whiskeys. And I mean, that's just a little overkill.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Our full, our top shelf was just full of them.
You can do a flambe. A flambe.
It's going to be a little spicier.
Okay. Yeah.
That has a lot of character.
It has a lot of character.
Very much.
Good.
And like for my personal taste, I like it very strong. And so I have moved from the bourbon, the sweeter side, to the stronger side. You know, I like the impact.
Gotcha.
It's spicy. It's nice, right?
What are you talking about? My hair?
Okay.
Sir.
What's the proper title? What's the correct title for
Spirit Specialist?
Spirit Specialist? That's the official, like, your Darren, MD or Spirit. What is it? The PhD Spirit Specialist.
Yeah, PhD. Exactly.
We're mixed, but it's not mixologist, right? That's not right.
No.
People are very picky about vernacular and.
I'm not too worried about it.
No, but I know, but people really are. And people get all butthead and stuff.
Well, that's just that's silly.
Are we gonna try this banana?
Yeah, are we gonna play?
Yeah.
Hanging out there.
Are we gonna plate it or? Well, we can save the plating for next time. We need some more tools and stuff. But I would love to reveal.
Please do the review.
No, I already revealed it yesterday.
Oh my God.
I took the whole thing apart.
But interesting.
But I do want to show you all a trick after you guys open it.
You have some tricks to show us?
Wow.
Cancel my 1 o'clock.
Heard that.
Okay. All right.
Is
Going
this
on
something
to
that you put on?
No. This is the preservative button. It keeps it fresh.
You want it fresh.
What's in there? What is that?
It is.
I don't know.
I'm asking her because I never tried it.
It's for protection.
Yeah, it's protection. It's to keep you safe. It's safe.
Break the.
Make sure it's safe for consumption.
Yeah,
Break the-
protection included. It's like if you're looking for batteries in something and it's like, okay.
Can I open it?
Yes,
These-
absolutely.
these down.
Absolutely.
It's a movie, batteries not included.
I'm
I
obsessed
remember
with
that
this
movie.
banana that we've been talking
Yeah.
about.
That banana reminds me of that little those robots.
You know,
That banana?
I guess yeah, just with the little
Huh?
packaging in there.
See it. Oh, put it right here.
Give me a living reference.
I don't think we saw the same movie.
you know,
I-
this is banana. What is this?
What does it smell like?
Banana bread.
Banana bread.
Is
Don't
it one-
do that. No. Let me show you something.
You can feel it.
No, you don't have to feel it.
Oh my.
Is it more taffy?
No.
What are you talking about?
I know.
So
No, you don't have to do
the
anything.
texture.
But feel it.
Too sweet, like-
It's magic. Look, watch it. it will re-inflate itself.
It's soft and then it gets.
Oh, good you.
Got magic hands.
You have magic hands.
Right now you may taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, seriously, this is like, wow.
Tasty, right? Like feel the texture. Your turn. Should we try at the same time? You can be that end.
You know,
It's not bad.
no,
right?
it's really good. You want some banana? You want to try?
I mean, that could be a whole segment in itself, right? Chefs and their reactions to
Oh, that's why.
Chinese snacks.
It's like that's all you want.
Like,
Come back. Come back to life. Sir?
What's in the middle?
It's a cream.
That's good.
It's cream.
Surprise, surprise.
Banana.
It just comes right back.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, it feels so good in my hands.
hey, it's actually
Right?
I like it.
Right?
It tastes good.
Surprise.
It was great.
Let's
Good
try.
to you.
Yep.
Great recommendation, Eric.
Right. Very good. Very good.
But what's the proper format? Does it matter that there's some remnants of the taste before
It
in
depends
there?
what you're tasting beforehand. Like, maybe I would do a rinse if we were having mezcal. Or
It's in the same family, same class. It's okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be mine. Yeah. So I want to make sure I taste.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And then this
Mr.
is
Brandon,
Brandon.
this one is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cute.
This one's sweeter, like
Yeah.
Why'd you make it
aromatic wise.
sweeter?
Yeah. Nose it first.
So
Wow, way sweeter. Yeah.
one of my
tasty.
yeah.
You tasted it?
Yeah.
Okay. That was nice.
It's like coconut on the nose.
Yeah,
I did
very
that too.
Do you know about it?
Coconut.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So this is what I learned from my wonderful sommelier friend. He's like expert level infinity. So, but Ceci. So Ceci taught me that you have different receptors on each side of your nostrils. And so for a little while, we don't get out that often, but when we do, I try to practice the knowledge that I've learned. And so, you do a little swirl, you cover it up with your hand to build the aromas in there.
Let me try.
But you'll smell different things
Yeah.
on different sides. And so we're just out having cocktails and people are around just like, what is she doing? Now
Oh,
we
wow.
are properly
It's
appreciating
it's in the
the
promo.
aromas.
Yeah, it's in the promo. So we've got a promo for this. There's an intro, right?
Who was that day?
Intro and
We
promo.
were at the Argyle with the rosé
Yeah,
wine.
we were Darren actually.
And we were sitting at the table with you, and we were doing that. And then, right as I was doing that, it was Chef Joe from Alora. He walks by. He's like, "Hi, Kristina!" Like just as I'm like lose my shit, and I just start laughing.
Great. I would have been a fly in the wall.
I'm
So,
just loving your hair right now.
sorry, I poured a little heavy on that one. Did you? Thank you very much. My hair is distracting me as well.
We can put some sparkles in it next time too. I have some bling. I can bling it out.
Some
for you.
butterfly clip. Oh my god.
I just walked in and this, everybody had to touch my hair. You know, it's,
Be careful what you ask for. You were too fun.
Wow.
Oh gee.
so, this is such a
And
fantastic
this is how we
spirit.
stop with Darren.
It is just,
You have to do goodbye.
it's just,
You have to buy the product.
Oh my god. Great.
I think.
Yes.
Here, can you look at the camera?
Don't go this way so they can see the glitter.
I need to see the clip. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
That's fabulous.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Beautiful.
Tim,
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna
Nobody else has said
need
that.
some sponsorship dollars here for this episode. Would you like to bring this episode to life?
This is sponsored by Texas Beauty.
Sorry. You look beautiful.
Business in the front disco ball in the
Yeah,
back.
I see you're noticing my glittery
Your
strand.
pencils? Extensions.
My pencils.
I'm getting jealous right now. I have my ponytail.
You need
Yeah, he got his pencils.
You
and I
want
don't. Yes.
Oh, of course.
Ask me, it's given.
Of course. I have all sorts of fun things.
I like the gold one. Yeah, they glitter. This is really good.
This is
Right?
wonderful.
This is, yeah, this is
It's
spectacular.
so fantastic, especially coming from whiskey. You're here just, we don't drink as much cognac as we once did. And, but to me, when you drink certain spirits, anything that's a grape distillate, brandy, eau de vie, wine, the buzz is so much more relaxing instead of
I feel it already.
instead of like it's getting
I'm
pretty
really
rowdy.
Right. You want to pop a color? Okay. Or do you want some?
Do whatever you want. I'm letting you. I share my banana with you. I'm letting you do my hair. Dude, this is bad for me. I mean, I'm losing up. Like you said.
There you go. Here we got some pink. We've got some glitter.
Wow.
Fabulous. Oh god,
Okay.
this is
All
really
right.
good. I really love that one.
Okay. This is the next one. Which one? The
Well,
kumquat.
it sounds fun.
All right. So these little babies, I don't know when they're in season, but we have them
We'll
sometimes.
try because
They're
They're
definitely
so good.
like in season. I guess they're right now, especially because it's like lunar New Year.
Sour.
It's the inside it just bursts. It's like a little citrus, but the peel is super super aromatic and fragrant. Okay, want some wine? Want water?
Drink some cognac with us.
Yeah.
You need to take the sour out.
It's tart. It's really
Oh
tart.
my God, there's
Some people like the tartness. Different.
so I'm gonna have to buy some sausage from you as well as kumquats.
And we have pussy willows too.
Come again?
Well said, sir. Well said.
Did I hear that right?
One I had was sour. The other one I had was sweet, and then
Yeah.
but
But at the last, it was very sweet.
Wow.
What is that?
What
So
is
I was researching prosperity foods for our upcoming dinner. This big, really impactful dinner that we're doing with all of the chef royalty in town. And I'm looking up prosperity stuff, and it's like, okay, these are flowers, blah blah blah. The name of this beautiful flower is
Wait, guess. What do you think that's called?
oh, it's a pussy willow.
Come again?
Yeah.
it's a, really?
Darren knows everything. Like, walk me through your day. Like, what's your morning routine? You wake up, like, what is it, 5 a.m., 6 a.m.? Because you're out there
Yeah,
usually.
I used to do it with wine where we would have like a wine breakfast. We'd eat
Yeah.
At 8:39.
So
Then
people are drinking at, like, that time in the morning.
we're tasting.
Oh,
tasting.
But I would like to continue that with a spirited breakfast.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the
Right.
banana?
Well, we've literally served
So derailed.
people bull balls.
When,
So, yeah,
when I
What, blue balls?
bull balls.
Bull balls.
when I have bites, I
Uh-huh.
have, or even the names, everything I had, and even the plating the cigars. Don't take my fake
No,
laugh.
no. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good.
And yeah, there's some people that are like, oh my God, or have the placemats with like, not, I mean, not for kids, of course,
Yeah.
but they were fun, So some said, bite me, bite this. And,
Eat that.
And then we did the lamb cigar, in a shape, and it was kind of like, we play,
Yeah.
don't play with your
Oh.
food. I did.
Okay. Life is short.
Mikey.
Have fun.
Anymore?
What do you think of that?
This is really good. I like it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
As if I made it.
This is a luxury.
You serve it. with
I
delish.
wish.
It really is.
And that is actually your title is the luxury. Experience.
Did you try it? That one?
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
So this
I want to
is
see you.
smooth. It's very drinkable, but it does like
like
Try it.
a Jolly Rancher.
I want to see your face.
It smells wonderful. It smells like
Jolly Rancher, yeah.
but it does not. And then over here, I get this email, and they're just like, you need to have the proper licensing to play music at the restaurant and yada yada yada. And each of the they're like they'll hit you up. They'll hit you up for like and each you can't just have one license because some people have shared like I don't know how it works, but easily $2,500, $2,800 a pop for the year, and there's 3 of them.
It's a shakedown.
It's definitely a shakedown. It's so crazy.
Wow.
But they find you. I think they find you because now they just automated search results and so forth. And when we do promotions on social media, we say, oh, we've got a live DJ today. Like because the DJs are playing this copyrighted music and so forth, you have to hold these licenses because you're not playing it in your own home. You're playing it in a venue that you're generating revenue off of. And so that the mentality is, well, you're utilizing my music to generate revenue. And I'm like, no, your music is kind of just like background ambiance. But we do have so many we're using I know it's crazy. Like, we're using Rockbot though. We use Rockbot. I think the subscription is
Rockbot is great.
$35 a month or something.
Yeah, $35 a
Rockbot, if
month,
you're
and you can
listening,
do like multiple playlists. So if you want to do a mix,
What is it? What is it?
Rockbot.
Rockbot.
Okay.
Guys, I'm hearing more and more stuff like just more mainstream stuff that you would be surprised that they have the licenses for that people recognize. And so we do all of our music through that, and that covers us. They have like an umbrella license, and so now they send me the emails and I just ignore them.
Yeah, like they'll still hit us up, and then
You know-
have like a staff. You're like, hey, Brent, there's someone from
But those are-
this saying that you need to pay this much, and I'm like, no, it's take a message, but I don't even interact with them.
Right.
I think they do. I think different people.
Yeah, it took me about 2 months to like figure it out because it is like there's a lot of different moving parts. You have the cameras. I got GoPros, which I think are amazing cameras, and then you see like the Red Bull guys jump out of a plane. And then they have like the wings and they'll fly over like Dubai or something, and like they have
It's like Steadicam.
yeah, but they have the GoPros. They use the GoPros.
Yeah.
I'm like that. Like it's beautiful. It's amazing, and it's an energetic brand, and so I was like, well, I could do that. But the software I'm using, it's for whatever reason I can't jack into the cameras like through a USB to get a feed that goes in here that it'll pick up, right? So like right now we're talking and it's picking up all of this and it's putting into one like it's putting it into one stream, right? And the GoPro I could not get. It was using like the C or the Lightning port, and I couldn't get it to generate here. And GoPro is like actually meant it does streaming as well versus this, which does streaming, but then you can hardline into like a platform like this. And so that took me about a week and a half to 2 weeks after like purchasing it, waiting for it to get here, then going through the testing at like midnight, and all that. But then, like the software was another thing. I had, a couple of different softwares I was using. And then I tried to use my DJ deck because I've got a mixer right here, and this works as a mixer. This is a mixer, but I have a mixer on my DJ deck, and I was like, well, wouldn't it be cool if we could like, bring that out and I can just, since I already have it, plug everything in here and have it feed over. But it just was too complicated. And there's all these different chords. I swear if I have to buy another cord and there's a box over there of chords that didn't work out, I'm going to strangle someone. Cord. Done with chords.
shove a banana down that throat.
Yeah, yeah. But if you look at how this works, Nicole, thank you so much. Yeah, come and say bye.
You have 2 bags?
Not too bad.
Okay.
Bye guys. That was fun. I
Bye, Nicole.
enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
We'll meet again soon.
Okay.
See ya.
So, yeah. Thank you.
And let's see. Yeah, it took a while. But I think it's mobile. You can move this around. You can go to other places. It doesn't take long to set up.
You just show me that. If you don't mind.
And these little cameras are great. They autofocus, and the resolution is really good. And you know, I do have some lighting that I bought, but we have some natural lighting come in. I think part of what we want to do is make it organic,
Right.
And not so much like staged. But I like the live component with this in the background. I really do. But if we were to move it, that kind of live component, just because we're not streaming, because we're going to edit stuff, I think is super important, especially because we want this to be energetic. We want it to be fun. San Antonio is a fun place. We're a fun culture. There's a lot of really cool things going on in San Antonio, and I think that if we're going to do a podcast, I want to represent like the spirit of the city, the spirit of the people, and so that's kind of our mission statement.
Right.
Would it take you, like, if you were going somewhere to set all this up?
An hour, yeah, right, an hour with testing and making sure. Like, so today, Chef Lisa got here and I wasn't getting any audio, and so I'm just like unplugging everything, replugging it, going, kind of like stop talking to me. Okay, we like the chef came over. Do we have this light bulb?
Would it
I don't-
help like a?
I got everything else.
Did it help because I've seen they put like a masking tape or something that is colored, so you have exactly what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I work in movies now, I see everything is like very coordinated, and the guys they don't have time to bullshit, and they would just do like this. I mean, they need to go fast because the setup. They need to tape everything. But each one has a different color, but they put it their own thing. Everybody works different ways, but to help each other, I mean themselves, they put colors and they just put it,
They just know where to match it up. Yeah. I
yeah,
think
and they just do dot 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 dot, so you know exactly what you do. So once it's that, they will take you not even 20 minutes,
Yeah,
and I guess practice make the master.
that's the next phase. Now that we've like got it off the
Just
ground,
giving you some tips
I love it.
for
No,
free.
yeah. Thank you.
next time,
That's that. Next time, you me and say, well,
although you could go, I guess South by is coming up. Probably set some stages in South by.
Huh?
There's some companies that hire for that. I don't know.
Darren, move that mic closer to you.
Okay.
There it is. Perfect.
You like what?
I like that right next to your mouth.
Mm.
Give me some bass.
I can't wait to give me some base.
Do you like
Is this something that have you tried it?
like your voice?
I haven't tried that. I haven't.
Scary, but it says
What-
it says
Kristina,
hot spicy.
have you walked through Christina's father's market before?
No, and that's what I asked her today, actually, when we were talking earlier.
It's wild. There's stuff in there. It's like, oh my gosh, like those bananas. How did I not know?
No, but
It's wild, and I want to sample everything, and I don't think that's allowed.
What?
Huh?
What's not allowed?
Nothing. It's beautiful, and I'm always curious of things that I'm not familiar with.
me too. That's why I'm holding this.
Okay. Taking that home.
Fantastic.
They
You
have
told me the
these
same
little-
thing earlier, and that was the
The kumquats?
no, that was the second strike.
Oh,
I was not.
with you.
Okay. Dun. So what should I expect?
Savory.
It opens from the bottom.
It's like
I
a,
believe.
no, there's like a little marker on here.
You
Right here.
always
Oh,
find
yeah, yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. Here, right here. So you
Yeah.
see this side?
You just squeeze it from the bottom to the top, and it just
Yep.
comes out.
The
Whoa.
texture is
I'm
like
looking at you
chewy.
first.
The texture is like chewy,
Oh,
but it's tasty,
hmm
very,
right?
yeah, very tasty.
One of my favorite snacks.
Wow. I was,
Konjac. Konjac.
I was inspecting this.
One of my favorites is the fish flavored tofu. That's spicy.
Oh.
It is spicy.
You've
Yeah.
you got it for me
Mm.
before.
I remember it comes in the hermetically sealed,
Good.
like,
Orange package.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like,
If it's
Oh.
if it's spicy, I want it.
Mm. Unnecessary.
It's so good.
Have you tried the shrimp here? The spicy shrimp?
I'm not.
Oh my
My
god.
the menudo I had here.
The menudo.
I don't want to call.
You
any-
saw menudo?
Yeah. Well, we have a Chinese version. I don't know if we have all the ingredients for it right now, but we have it.
Then you
we
call it menudo?
because there's organs in it. There's tripas,
Just
there's
stuff
like
like-
beef heart, there's pig blood, there's like, I mean, it's basically similar. It's like same, but
There
different.
was
different.
somebody who used to. Well, how would you describe it without using his name? He's made food, and now he manages. And he-
Okay.
I know.
Right.
Keep him anonymous.
It's okay, he's gonna be on here too.
But
Yeah, he was jealous. He told me. I bumped into him.
he couldn't eat it. He's like, it's too spicy.
Really? Oh my god.
It was so. It was so good. I was.
We have a trotter. We have the Donpo trotter. It's really good too. Pork belly, or no, that's not. No, trotter's not pork belly. Trotter is
The
like
shrimp is
shoulders, legs, and it's like
I have tongue fish coming in tomorrow, which I've never had.
tongue fish.
Mhm.
Somebody told me yesterday. Lisa asked me what Princess and the Frog was.
It's this fish that you have to hammer the scales out because they're so tough. But I've never had it. I've never had beltfish.
I've had bellfish before.
What do you think of it?
It's like it's got a lot of bones. So the bellfish, the bones are on both sides, like long, and then the middle, like so it's just very bony. But it's I don't know how to describe it.
Croaker. So I was looking at croaker as well.
No, but bellfish is long.
Right.
Yeah,
edible.
Well, it's a beltfish.
it's edible.
yeah, they that's it. The fish.
Okay, so there's definitely a lot of a lot of fish that Chinese people eat that Americans are like, that is not fish.
Carp.
That is garbage. Like
Carp,
carp.
right? Yeah.
Chinese people
But it's
love
culture.
carp. Because they're called, yeah, because it's a big fat fish. Whereas that's regarded as a trash
I
fish.
don't think I've ever had carp.
No, people don't sell it. Like, and then bellfish, but
I mean, I'm
when you
open
say
to try
carp, I
anything.
think
and
about Pokemon. I think about Magikarp. Magikarp. And what is it evolve into?
Speaking of Pokemon, wait, Magikarp?
Yeah, but it involves this
Hmm.
big dragon. Starts with a G.
The
I forgot.
only Pokemon
Geodos?
that I know of is Squirtle.
Squirtle.
Can you say that again?
Squirtle, squirt.
You know
There we
Pokemon?
go.
You remember, he said the only Pokemon that he knows is Squirtle.
It's not that I
It's
ever watched
not
the
a banana.
cartoon, but
Basically.
That banana is a Pokemon. It could be a Pokemon.
What
It
is
just
it?
like flies around and like battles people. And
what would it
I-
transform into?
I
A
don't know.
Bigger
What's the
banana?
upper level?
Little banana.
What's his attack? What's his attack?
$50 banana. What would you do with this? Dragon.
I figured.
This looks like a Pokemon.
Okay.
This.
Pokemon.
Y'all know about this?
What is this? This
I-
this
I've
looks
never
like a
had it.
Pokemon.
A mangosteen.
It's called the mangosteen.
What is that? Sir?
It
Yeah.
looks like it could be like hopping around,
No, it-
like doing a tag.
Darren wants some sausage.
Darren
It would
wants-
totally have this one.
It is known as the queen of all fruits. It's very interesting because, like when vegetables and stuff, they start going bad, they start getting soft and rotting and breaking down, right? But the mangosteen is opposite of that. When it's no longer good to eat, it gets hard, like rock hard,
How hard?
super hard.
Rock hard.
Super so hard that you can't even. So how you eat these though? You just you like literally you just press and squeeze like that,
Oh,
Look at that wash
and it
line.
reveals this white fleshy fruit inside. And then
it's like my, yeah. No, sorry. It's like a, no. It's a, in Chile, they have a fruit called, I haven't tasted yet.
Carajuya.
No, I know it's not my, it's not caracuya. It's chirimoya.
chimoy.
Chirimoya.
Okay.
Tastes like chirimoya.
Okay. See this?
Oh my.
You see how?
It's in be the texture is like the lychee,
Mm-hmm.
but the inside is like the chirimoya. I don't know how they call it in English.
So you can see like this one is
Mhm.
completely white, but this one is starting to get translucent. This piece.
This is good.
What? Okay, I and direct.
I'm-
What you're
I'm
describing.
eating the.
Okay, so you see how this is like translucent? You can
Mhm.
pull it up to the camera.
Wait.
So you have this is like white, and then you have translucent. The translucent pieces, those are starting to get hard. So when you eat, like, you can eat it, but you'll feel a texture like it's hard.
Mhm.
And you can bite
Mm.
through it, but it doesn't taste very good.
Jump in there,
But
Mikey.
so when the fruit starts to go bad
Mhm.
per se, the whole thing starts to become hard, and you won't be able to open it anymore.
Ah,
Here, go try. You can try the put the whole.
add a
thing
little
on.
seed.
All of
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that
I think
becomes,
there's a seed in
I
there.
guess that becomes a seed. But when it's like really fresh and
With some good
like
seed.
everything is good to eat, the whole thing is soft. The
Mhm.
seed is not there. The seeds form as they start. I need to do some research about this. Maybe this is a part of their generation process or
Oh,
something.
no, it's really good. Wow, I was not expecting.
This is the mangosteen. These babies are like $12.99 a pound. So a little bag is easily $35, and
Mm.
most of it is all shell. Do anything.
Oh, but boy, it's worth it.
Yeah,
Worth
they
it.
have these at the Asian market.
Kumquats are amazing. I
Okay,
used to
you gotta
eat loquats.
Loquats are different than kumquats.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
But
Delicious.
I lived in Austin, there was just trees up and down the street of loquats.
What? Your shrimp has arrived at the table.
The
Can
shrimp?
you show
The
the
shrimp.
camera?
Oh, yeah. Oh my God. I-
No,
I
my
killed for
shrimp's
that.
A little too short. All right.
You need to try this. This is just like, this is just,
Christina, bring it up to the camera. The camera can't see it.
this is one of the things that I drive
Oh my
all
God.
the way out here just to, I love it. I think it's the spicy and whatever you put in there is just fantastic. Crack.
Crack in it. Kidding.
Wow, no wonder I like it.
Everything has to
So,
have.
and the sausage?
Like,
I'm interested.
yes.
Okay, so no, but what is it?
Food is such a big component. The Chinese people are obsessed with food, family,
Mhm.
and money. But food is your love language. So people will, for Chinese New Year, they'll kill like their only pig for, I don't know for next how long. And then they make them into sausage or they cure it into meat because it preserves the lifespan of this meat. Like you can hang on to this, you put it in a fridge or whatever.
Wow. Wow.
So this has huajiang, the sesame corn in it. They use the aromatics of that, and then I feel like the fat to lean ratio is
It's super fun.
nice.
Yeah. How's it going?
Good, I'm Peter.
Thank you.
Peter, nice to meet you, Darren. Brandon, what's going on, man?
Good to see you, Peter. Peter, can you hear me?
You have to try the
The
vibe.
shrimp.
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Okay. How are the levels?
This is just.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Peter, this is Industry Pop SA, episode 1 with Darren and Chef Lisa here. We are bringing some whiskeys on board on the shelf. We've just done a tasting. We're having a great time with Chef Lisa talking about life, San Antonio, all things that are just industry and pop. And the conversation is just a regular dialogue. It's gotten kind of crazy here. I think, do we still have the banana? Is it
Yeah.
banana? Yeah, the banana.
Okay. And what do we, I don't even want to ask what we do with the banana. I think I think I'll pass. It's okay.
Okay.
All right, Brandon. I
That's
think-
from so that's from Chef Christina's father's market, Asia market. And so we were
Interesting snacks and so forth.
Yeah.
And we've had some. We were talking about Darren's awesome hair today.
yeah, he's
I'm jealous. I'm jealous, Darren. I'll tell you.
And I've got some baijiu for you.
Well, thank you.
Give that a whiff and
Mm,
let me know what are your thoughts on it. Have you had baijiu before?
I have not.
Christina, what is Baiju?
Baijiu is the national spirit of China, like the liquor, the national liquor, I would say. I don't know if you can quote me
Mhm.
on that,
Sure.
but I feel like that's our liquor. This is 104% proof. Right? Or 100%.
Age it and make a syrup with it.
That's fabulous. It's the Greeks have something called raki,
Por aquí. Yep.
which is very similar, and it's like grappa.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so, yeah, this is
My
wonderful.
stepdad is Greek, so.
Really?
Yep.
Y'all know each other? Have y'all
Oh,
ever-
How are you?
I'm
Lisa?
Peter.
Lisa
Peter
Astorga-Watel?
Schwartz. Nice to meet you, Lisa. Forgive me. Oh, this is wonderful.
Mhm.
Nice to know somebody knows raki too. That's for
Yes.
sure. Yeah. No,
Me
this,
taxa a ti.
yeah.
Mm.
No, that's
Mhm.
delicious.
Mhm.
It's not too sweet, which is really nice
Yeah.
about it.
But it smells like incredible.
It does. It
Wonderful.
does.
Yeah.
I'm very, very familiar with Metaxa.
Good.
I also am a fan of grappa.
Grappa.
Grappa's wonderful. Yeah.
What do you have going on for the rest of the day, Peter?
I have to go back
Darren.
to work,
Scoot back a little bit.
which is great, which is
There it
no
is, yeah.
complaints. And
You can lean forward.
where I work down at a place called Pearl down in
Oh, that little place?
that little place down there. That little place I work down there. I've been there about 8 years, and we do a lot of culinary things too, which is really neat and really get to enjoy that. And I get to work with all the operators and the hotel operators and things, so I'm having some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are they more handful or are they more fun?
they're fun. Yeah, well, we're industry people. That's what we do. You know, we know how to deal with each other.
Yes.
And I sell alcohol to a few of them.
Really fabulous. No, that's so we have some fun there and had a wonderful lunch here. It was delicious. I was just telling my friend Randy there that I come in with all the time.
Randy, you want to come sit in?
Randy, come on. That I Chinatown in LA and San Francisco, Chicago, DC, and the food here is as good or not better than all those places. So
Here.
it's fabulous. And when I first moved here from Chicago, I was very sad because I couldn't find good Chinese food and you weren't open. And so
Asking if
When did you move here?
2014.
Oh yeah, that was 1 year before, right before Szechuan House
Szechuan.
opened in 2015.
Yes.
1 year right before.
And so I went to a half dozen Chinese restaurants and I said, I have to leave this city because I would eat in the Chinese restaurants in Chicago at least 3 times a week. So to come to San Antonio and not find a good Chinese restaurant was not acceptable.
Okay, fun.
Yeah.
It's like you manifested. You brought
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. Asking is giving, right?
And it's fabulous. And so thank you for
Wonderful.
being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. But I better get back to work.
Want to talk about the bar program and why we have tastings. I think we were talking about vernacular earlier. Like, so we're not drinking, we are tasting, right? And
Mhm.
there's a intent behind that. And I think that's super important. Over the past 2.5 years being with Dashi, having gone through tastings and gone through all of that and trying to like, well, one, listening is super important. Tasting is actually kind of like secondary, especially when you don't like, you're just learning.
Mhm.
Listening to what people are saying and how they describe certain things, I think is, you know, a way that we can articulate what we taste. And for some people, it's like, well, they don't know wine, right? It's like, well, they may not know how to articulate wine.
Mhm.
And so I think the wine tastings were super important for my development in really defining what my palate is. Like what is good, what is not good, what is sweet, what's not sweet, what's savory, what's not. And so I think that these tastings have been like a big part of like a crucial part of my career because I've now taken over like the bar program with, you know, a lot of help from my bartenders. I'm really blessed to have some awesome bartenders who get it. and who appreciate the tastings. And so like I think this is super important, especially now that wine is a good introductory, right? And you can go deep into wine. But now I'm very interested in the whiskeys because I think like my articulation of like flavors is a lot better, and I can actually now start distinguishing what I like on the whiskey side of it, which, you know, for a while there was just like Slam Antonio, Dax and stuff, and but I think my palate has switched from like that sweetness to thank you, Mikey. I'll have one tomorrow. But you know, jumping from like, okay, bourbons are great, you know, bourbons are super sweet, but like my palate's off the sweetness. You know, it's off that it's off that train, and now I'm like into ryes. You know, and then it's hard to go back to the bourbons. If I want to go back to sweetness, then I'm gonna go back to like
His wife.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
How much scotch?
Amen.
Haven't had much. Scotch is like it's a new frontier. Same thing with Irish whiskey.
No, no.
And then I have had a lot of Japanese.
Or is a cycle, more cyclical, like fashion. Fashion is a cycle too.
It depends what
You have skinny jeans,
as well.
and then they come out with the flare jeans, and then like 20 years later, the skinny jeans are back.
Okay,
But like
yeah.
right now, are skinny jeans still in? Ish.
No, now it's getting the.
Their flare.
Have you seen my? Have you seen? These aren't jeans. These aren't
He
jeans.
just likes tight pants. His pants are tighter than mine. I think they are.
Well, man, when you have legs like these.
He does have really good legs.
Take your word for it.
That's right. And you never will.
I bought a pair of non-slip shoes, and they were like wearing bricks. Like they were so frumpy.
Yeah, no. Those that kill your knees. No.
Sichuan Papí's got some cool kicks too. He's like literally making, you know, those old Velcro shoes, the old people
Yeah,
Velcro shoes.
I have.
He's making those real cool. Have you seen his kicks?
No.
Look at him.
Hold on.
Do you
You
think?
gotta kick your.
Did
I'm
you?
gonna go get. I've got two
Oh,
pairs.
those are drivers. Like you drive like Formula One with those.
I know. These are hands.
Christina. Oh wow. See, this like is to go in a Ferrari. I'd be one of the pilots, you know, that you.
Good.
That's awesome.
It's like the sexiest
Wow.
ever.
Remind me of wrestling shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're Everlast. They're
Boxing shoes.
boxing shoes.
Have you seen this floor? The dashi floor is like you have to have traction. You
Yeah.
have to be able to,
My shoes have traction.
move fast. These are like
Wow.
if you're boxing on a canvas full of blood, sweat, and tears,
That's my
I think
kitchen.
you work on our floors.
That's my kitchen. That's my kitchen.
What's everybody's picture? I feel like people who do this, they have lived many different lives. Like,
Oh, I
it's
agree.
like, and maybe some of those lives are 3 months long, but some of them are.
Yeah. You know, because when I had Enzo, I knew exactly what to do. I mean, I didn't. My mom helped me just kind of like sleep,
Mhm.
but that's it. I knew everything. I don't know.
Did you always want to be a mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Becky, what do you want to try?
But I waited. Because of how busy the career is
Yeah.
and how crazy lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I only had one. Otherwise, I would have multiple. If I had triplets once,
I guess that's a genetic thing, right?
I know, but I would have loved to. I had
True.
3 in one shot.
Not down. One.
Yes. Yeah.
See,
And then they get fight with each other.
harder, not harder.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
That's so.
Two boards.
So yeah, they're traveling involved and everything. That's what I waited.
Call it a feature.
I waited. There was a lot of traveling. It's still a lot of traveling these days.
It'll be
So how does that work out? Like, how does that balance out? When I mean you have to, because
like a scotch.
uniquely you work with your other half, your amazing husband, and y'all have this empire together. And do you have like you delegate? Okay, I'm responsible for this. I'm responsible for that, or something. Because I mean, we get into it all the time. So much so that, but we try to, but we're never like, I feel like we're not trying to kill each other. We're not mad at each other like that, but we're just trying to get things done.
Right.
And we have different, we have
Views.
like different processes. We have
Right.
different ways that we like go about the information that we have. And like you work differently than I work, but we have to work together.
Right.
And ultimately we love it. Like sometimes like it's so stressful where I'm just like, I don't want to see you right now.
Right.
I
No,
feel like
no,
I'm-
I agree. I think it goes both ways. But he's been nothing but supportive. I mean, with me when I opened the restaurant, having my son and everything. And now I'm traveling to New Mexico, working on different movie sets. The catering part, it's like, but when I'm there, and I know, and so it's okay. And he's daddy, 24/7, even though he's at the bistro. So he's good at it, and my son is a little older,
Mhm.
but I think this job came at the right time, right moment. And
What about when he was younger? Like
well,
know,
I had
different things,
a
right?
nanny, of course, that
Well, yeah.
we help, yeah,
You
help
have
us.
to.
Yeah, but it just gave me the wings. I never had a restaurant before. I always work for celebrities. And then I was just traveling and traveling and traveling. So this was like a good deep breath that I could stay home.
It's something
I
that
guess, but,
you get tied to it because that's your flesh and blood.
but
That's like
guess what?
literally.
Once I settled down, I was going nuts because I was so used to being
Being
in
on
the,
the
yeah.
bike. Uh-huh.
And I think that's why the bite came after that, because
Okay.
I needed to do something.
How old was Enzo when
I
you
don't
had
know if
bike?
my husband felt the pressure of me driving him crazy.
Do y'all feel the pressure?
Let's see.
Think, Brandon, think.
I know. So in the restaurant industry, and I'm now like this is an endeavor with Christina. I've been doing this now for 2.5 years. We are so oriented, and there's things that we need to get done because we define those goals together. And I'm going to try to get them done. I think I understand her strengths. I know mine, and I am pushing myself to go outside of what I am capable of doing or where my comfort zone is to transact, to get it done, to cross the finish line at the highest level. And sometimes, I think the female mind is multidimensional, right? And that kind of frustrates me because Christina, we're going down a path of like, all right, this is going to work. This is going to work. This is our plan. And I'm down the path of execution. Christina is so in many ways brilliant, and we can riff off of each other, but sometimes it's like we're midstream. Like if you're here's an analogy. If you're on a horse, okay, and let's say it's 1800 something and you've got a wagon behind you and there's like, you're traveling across the land, and then you have the horse, you have these, Clydesdales that is pulling this wagon across. You don't go back when you're in the middle of a river, right? Or middle of a stream. Like you don't go back
You know,
midstream
stop midstream.
because there's a lot of risks that happen. You lose momentum, you like, and so there's a lot of times where we will pull back midstream, and that drives me absolutely crazy, but that does not mean that it's not the right thing to do.
Right.
And so I have to understand that when we create together, our creativity is not like a one dimensional type of approach. It's a multi-dimensional approach that may change like that.
Right.
And even if it does change like that, my role is to make sure it gets done. And I have to like say, okay, am I going to get in an argument right now because we changed midstream, or are we going to make it back to the other side and then go to the other side again and do it another time? So that's my
Okay.
analogy, and it's
Basically, he's saying happy wife, happy life.
That's right.
What do you love about what's going on now? And then what do you miss about what was before.
Ooh, there's a lot of parts of it because I think that's what creates a character as a chef, person, mom,
Mhm.
woman, wife, you know?
Mhm. And
But
mother.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there's a lot of aspects, but those are that have taught me how to achieve those things, and I give myself a pat in the back.
Good, absolutely.
Yeah. And because I didn't know, but you know what? I always have the will. Always
do.
look in the future.
You.
And I I don't know. I have what I call them. I have huevos. And I'm not scared
Huevos.
of no, I'm not scared of new beginnings, of new things. I love my life the way it's been. I wouldn't change anything. Um Friends that I met through, I guess they give me the power and the not only the power, just like get the willing to want, because that's really hard. Not everybody wants what they're doing. Like you have to be a leader and to provide happiness and the work environment is very important. So people like what happened to me in Bites, it was like a daily thing that I was doing. But we had such a great time there and we enjoyed. So I barely had people that call in or, not showing up because it was something fun from the kitchen to the front. And the energy that I provide because of, I know how hard it is to be in the environment. That energy is contagious in a positive way. So when you have that, because you do have that, and I know it, otherwise I wouldn't be sitting here. But that energy that you provide, it's people that wants to feed out of your, what you have.
Goodness.
Yeah, a creator, a bullshitter, a, somebody that has, yeah,
We have our team, and
right.
not to say they're our children, but they actually do refer to us as mom and dad sometimes.
My workers, they always respected me because you don't want to be in the other side. 'Cause
Yes,
I
I only want to see this.
do not cross the line. We have our fun time and wonderful, but if you cross that line, then that's it. They nickname me like Antonia Montana.
Yeah, I mean that's copy his grace over there.
And guess what? The other day I said, "Oh my God, how you watching Zelda?" I said, "That's your attitude." I said, "Yeah, well, when I'm mad."
Mhm.
But I was like, "I'm good. I'm the best. You can get the best out of me." But something goes wrong, I'll try to do my best to try to fix it. But if that person is not willing to, it would be sad to lose them
Yeah.
because it's like
But you have to
a mama, kind of a mama bear,
Mhm.
pretty much. But when it comes to your own child, I think it's your own experience and or how you vision for themselves to open windows,
Yeah.
like just like you did, and like Brenda's doing, and like everything, open their own windows. It's the part of the journey of being a mother, and sometimes you have to be hard, just like having a restaurant, just like life,
Yeah.
you know. Just
And so, what do you absorb yourself into that gives you your positive influence and to keep you going? And then, like your next big idea, like how do you keep educating yourself?
I by I don't know how to describe. I always want to do better every day, and it doesn't. Not every door opens,
Mhm.
and I'm in a way so shy and like in so many ways.
Introverted extrovert.
Yeah, and not because I don't want to. It's just that there's a time and a moment that I can do it. Because first it has to be in my mind before I execute.
Okay.
Like to shoot the moon, if you miss,
Yeah.
you're always gonna hit a star. Yeah.
Love that.
But you have to like look at it first and then you think about it. And you say like manifesting. I always think of manifesting things. But if it sounds good to me and it make me happy mentally and inside of me, I'll think about it every day.
Yeah.
Until that manifestation is done.
Is there writing involved? Like, do you journal?
I
Like,
do.
what are some
I do.
rituals
I do.
and
I
things
do
that you
quotes.
do? Notes?
Yeah. I mean, and then I stop and I put quotes again, and then I stop. So it's never a consistent thing because I get bored.
Regularly.
Yeah, but
It
but
happens.
when I do,
I think there's a formulaic, like, it's all about writing it down. And
but when you write it down, it takes a skill
yeah.
because it has your own words and never do more than 10
Okay.
because you need to have a
Something
checklist.
focus.
Yeah, don't do more than 10. And we all fuck up in so many ways that sometimes those little errors they give us another opportunity to personally. Bad decisions, good decisions. But when something start moving, like I start doing those pants without not without the purpose of I'm gonna sell them.
No.
Because I'm not gonna waste my time if those things are not in a store. So I got out of the car and I showed it to a friend of mine, Emily, and I said, "What do you think about this?" And I said, "Oh man, those are badass. Where did you get them from?" That's all I needed from you. Okay.
Right.
So because she didn't know that I had made them.
Well, you are also.
Oh, but I'm asking a question.
Yes.
So it's about he was like, "Oh my god," I was like, "Shitty." I was like, "Yeah, they're okay." So then but I didn't say anything. I'll just keep myself quiet. And I said, "What do you think about this? What do you think about that?" So I said, "Man, those badass. You need to take those to markets." And
Mhm.
and I said, so then I get the motivational somebody that is in fashion that does runways that does.
Been a fashion show recently too, right?
Mhm. I'll be in March 1st. I'll be modeling.
Yes. Of course.
And you know those little things they add, but I rather ask for my own security because in a way I'm very insecure when it comes to like
Being on the spot, you want to put yourself in
yeah.
the best
And I
light.
said, but I picked the material, I draw the design, I'm putting this together. I need an opinion. My opinion come first, but I didn't say that it was me. And she said, you need to take those to Marcus. And I said, and I did. And Marcus said, girl, bring it on, bring it on. So with that material, I bought the same in like 3 colors and I did more. So I only do like too small, too medium, too large. That's it. Done, done.
The video is her like really stylish, looking hot and sexy, very beautiful girl. And the caption over it is people never know or realize I'm struggling because I always look good.
Yeah.
That's a very powerful statement. And it's like, it's so important too.
Well, it's
Because
important to
you
me
put yourself in like the role
Be-
that you want to be.
because it's just like when you serve something, it's not like you serve, like it's a beautiful plate. Same thing. That's your job. And that's something that I always enjoy, like dressing up. And this is really hard to say, 'cause, well, not hard to say, but I'll be in death row. I still look good. You know, I, I, I'm sorry. This is, I was like that since I remember my mom telling me, that since you were little, you didn't even know how to walk and you were like picking whatever. And God forbid if I try to put something that you didn't like on. A little shit, less than a year old, having fits for an outfit. They should
You were
probably.
born this way.
I was born this way. So imagine, so I guess the character came with.
So do you ever feel like that's like your past, like that's like in
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
It's a past life.
Yeah.
What are you channeling? You come from
But I channeling what I started with,
great though.
and that's what I've been following because that's the only thing give me a personal reward, reward. And I don't know, and the rest is what I've been doing. So I worked, I work, work for companies, I work for celebrities, but that doesn't stop because I had a mindset of doing what I wanted to do. Um, have a child, this time that I wanted to have it, and so I can take a break. And then when the time was okay, husband and I worked together on so many things, and life continues. So what's next? I'm hungry for more. Um, yes, at one point, we'll retire. Good luck with that.
Do you feel like you're, I don't know, because there's so many expectations out there that not expectations we set for ourselves, but just like society expectations. Or are you a good mom? Did you make good grades? Did you graduate, X, Y, and Z? Like, are you going through a list, or are you just you're just living your life though? That's what makes you happy. Like, what
I've
if
been
it's like you
living,
want to fulfill
I've
and
been living my life like I didn't put out anything that I enjoy doing while doing it.
we put out all the time, girlfriend?
So I'm guilty of things, but I'm not guilty at the same time because I raised a beautiful child, super smart, and you know what I enjoy the most?
What?
It's like cuddling with him at night. That's my precious time because there's no communication. It's just, he likes me to scratch his back, and
That's your bonding
that's my bonding time.
And
That's one thing that I heard a long time ago. John Rivers said, I had a fantastic life, and I did not have much time with my kids, but I did because I had the bonding. It was at night when Mama was there cuddling. The rest, they, they, they were just watching because we are the example
Mhm.
of that. We are their teachers. No, there's no better teacher. Teacher in school, they change, they move, they do this. The only biggest teacher is your parents. Whether the parents get divorced, while your parents we have to show them first, who we are and what we're capable to do. And in that, it doesn't matter even though if the two parents are not together anymore or something happened, is how strong you are because that's exactly the way we are models. And the way that he sees me going to New Mexico and be gone for 2 weeks, call him every day, and sometimes I'm working 18 hours like nonstop. But I'm having the time for me. I'll bring a big check for us, and I enjoy doing it, but doesn't mean I want him to see me going to work, not just being playing in a in Fortnite, with
Yeah.
video game or
Y'all play
whatever.
video games together too?
No, I'm sorry.
No,
No.
that's okay.
But he taught himself how to play guitar. He plays for me. So we have those moments.
Yeah.
And I know I'm a big person in him.
Yeah.
And I know that.
Yeah.
Period. Because we have a bond that I know that he doesn't even have with my husband. It's not the boy thing, but I have an impact. And I learned this because of my stepson, which I claim mine because he was like 6 or 7 years old. Damien's, so it's Harry, and he taught me how to be, cause to start, to be, and I was Damien's new girlfriend, and taking Harry every weekend. I enjoyed. I did my utmost to be another kid again because I miss a lot.
Yeah.
So he had a blast with me, and the best thing is that every time that he talks about me,
Mhm.
it's nothing but fun.
Yeah.
And it was just like throwing balloons full of water through each other or go against the dad, which that was the best thing. so, so I bonded with him because it's not that I didn't want to. It's just that if I want to have a relationship, and he had already 2 kids before marriage, but I learned how to do it and I picked what I wanted. Soon will be mine, one, but I've learned about being that person to give love. And that's why one of my very good friends, Kathleen, Damien's ex-wife, we're very good friends because oh my actions of being nice to a child because we're
Well,
an
you're
example.
actually that goes back to Brandon.
Because it's an example. We don't have to be the enemy. We have to be the love that is there for you. I mean, I don't know. That's in me.
So special.
Kindness and have a good time.
You know, Daddy,
Uh,
Daddy. And he was saying about like, he's like, hey, if you open and you close after you fulfill your lease, you didn't fail. Like, you didn't keep going because you're making a good business decision. Because there's so many things involved as an operations. of your duty.
Absolutely,
'Cause you open
absolutely.
and close businesses, and these are real
But
conversations
but
that are.
but you know but it's the real deal. And you know how Damien had well we 10 restaurants. Sometimes when you sell one, we sold La Frite. We went through a lot. Like open selling, when you make a good business, then you have money to open another one, and then you sell and you continue. La Frite's still up and running. So it's the business part. So I'm not into the business part. I'm good into the fun part.
I know that's the hard part, but that's what's.
Sorry.
I love the fun parts too.
Yeah.
But the difficult thing is like we have to do the not fun parts too. We have to balance, like we have to understand all aspects of business. It's not that okay, you can make this phenomenal dish, right?
Mhm.
It's beyond that. You have to have a great team.
You
You
yeah,
have
that,
to
but
have,
that's the key.
people.
That's the
People have to
key.
like
That's
you.
the key. That's the key of the continuation of your success. It doesn't matter if you close. It doesn't matter. It's just the continuation. There's so many. Even Daniel Ballour closed Cafe Valor in New York in the pandemic. Why? Because he couldn't have the people he couldn't pay and continue doing that because, you know, it's a business person too, being a chef and creating.
But then that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, where it's so important to have those things that fill your soul, that take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do? And you're like, well, I go to create my pants.
Yeah.
Like, I
Because
go
although-
into this is what fills my soul. This is what I need to replenish.
Yeah.
Because if you
I went the other day
are
and bought
empty,
fabric.
you can't pour
Yeah.
from
No, no, but then I'll do pants.
that.
Then I'll, you know.
This is so Dashi. Dashi is like grandmaster, grand artist, and we always talked about the far side. Far side is fun. You have all your vices. This is like every artist is your creator. You have your vibe. You have or vice, not vibe. But you have your vibe as well,
Mhm.
but you have your vice. This is where ESL kicks in. So
Mhm.
like you have your vice, whether it's spirits, whether it's cigars or cigarettes or whatever it may be.
Mhm.
So the bar side is this fun side that encapsulates like the dashis, the creativity happening. So many crisis, alter ego. It's Jekyll and Hyde, like Dr. Jekyll and or yes,
Mr. Hyde. Yeah.
Right. So the already
Dr. Jekyll is over here.
Dr. Jekyll is over here.
Because the insanity.
Oh, so where is it? Here or here?
I don't know.
Because-
they're both insane.
Oh,
They're
exactly.
formidable counterparts that coexist. You see,
Yeah,
like,
but
it's
they're
like,
both the same.
this dashi, like this is
But
like
they're both the same.
the-
But
this
they're both the same.
existence here. Yes,
Well, because I mean, at the beginning, a long time ago, I was a happy to yappy in the morning, and I'm a fucking witch in the morning. Don't ask me. I just, you know, I turn, you know, before I used to eat, I don't know how many eggs in the morning. Now I switched to just coffee and just like calm myself down with some tea or, you know,
But that has to do with our actual physical body.
yeah, but you
changing
know,
too,
like
right?
2 nights ago, I woke up. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't go back to sleep.
Mhm.
Why? Because Missy needs to get out, and I need to draw something because it was in my mind when
I did that too. Literally, I have that. I have it in my papers over
yeah,
here.
but see, but writing it, I think is very important.
Yes,
Writing,
it's-
writing, because even though if you doodle or whatever you're doing,
Yes, back to
because even write how you feeling, because that's kind of example of what that comes from. You know, that's the way I've been doing it. So why am I doing this? And this is one of my passions that I never conquered because this. And I said, I'm happy to have, and I'll make this happen, and I'll make this happen. I'll make this happen.
Yeah.
Conquer fear with things that you don't think you can't do. Like, I mean, I know how to sew, but I don't not know how to do it perfectly. I probably like just to do and make a mess out of my fingers because I have them too fat to put in the thing, right? Because this thing been working. Even my rings don't fit anymore because of the work, right? But it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't matter that um I have what I've been doing is like a model of the sketch, and then I do the pattern, which is my own way of doing patterns because nobody understands it
Okay.
except that person, and I cut my own, and I make one that looks like shit, and they use that I do it inside out to make it happen in the way I want it, and that's what I decide to do. And I had some amazing lady that she's a perfectionist, and since I don't need like massive, I just need two of each, and you get what you get, and don't throw a fit.
So you're playing. So you have a little studio in your house that you're just sewing and.
No, I have my floor.
Okay.
No, I have the floor, and I just put the pattern.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I didn't go to a designing school or anything, but I know how to do it because my mom sews and my mom, so I saw. But, and since, those things that my mom always sews the clothes for me, and I guess I got that from her.
But you can also picture it. I understand what you're saying. Like, I don't have that, but I can see, I can vision it. Like I can
Yeah.
imagine it.
Yeah, because I mean, she was making, and that's why she was like, I need to make her clothes because there's nothing here that will Missy like. So she started making, but I had to go and pick the color. I had to pick the fabric. And so my mom was like, what the hell is this little shit like in a year and a half? No, no, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. So she would make things for me in the side. She knew kind of what I wanted. And that's when we created a bond, because otherwise she would be fired. But she make all my costumes, she makes everything. So she was very creative, and I got that from her. So I guess it was like kind of like a challenge that I have, but it's also a therapy for me.
She's always so stylish.
When I had Bite, we had like only 12 tables. It was just really tiny. But is that whatever you create inside that motivates people? It's like an invitation for more. And that's why I admire you so much. Because I love that. Not every chef, not every restaurant owner, not every has that invitation of somebody or people. And I had that over there Bite, and I have so many friends, and I've had things like that, and I recognize that you have that, and it's so wonderful, and people loves you, and I love when they speak highly about your creation, and how wonderful you are. And it makes my heart happy. And that's why I'm supporting you, and I love everything you're doing. It's all right.
We're out.